Hey guys, I'm Ashley and I'm going to be sharing with you my camera equipment and what it does and what I use it for and all that good stuff. So yeah. First off, obviously my camera body. I have a Nikon D5100. This has been my camera since the very beginning of everything. It's a rather old-ish camera body, but it gets the job done, and if you know how to edit and everything, even in low lighting, it will give you fantastic photos. It's not always the camera, but more so how you edit and I guess like the photographer. The lens that I mainly use, my go-to lens, is my Nikon 35mm. It's a 1.8 aperture. I would love to have the 1.4, but holy cow. This does pretty well in low light. If it's like pitch black, of course, it's going to be super grainy and you're not going to really get anything, but it's a really good lens. Has the autofocus on it, which is really good for concert photography because it's a very fast-paced environment and you don't want to sit there and manually focus the whole time unless you really know your stuff. The second lens that I used to use before I got this one is essentially the same thing. It's another fixed, it's a prime lens. It's a 50mm and it goes to 1.4. Unfortunately, the autofocus on this lens broke, and so I had to manually focus everything. I had to work an entire festival manually focusing this, but it was one of the most challenging and fun experiences I've had as a photographer so far. This does amazing in low light, definitely worth the money, but please don't get water in it and please don't drop it because you will end up in my situation and not be able to fix it. I have two more lenses. One of them is actually in Texas right now. I don't really use it a lot anyways. It's more for just portraits and landscape and stuff like that. But my third lens, most of you probably have it if you have a DSLR, is my kit lens. It only goes to 3.5, so the aperture is not that low. Doesn't do too well in low lighting, but this is amazing for portraits and amazing for just like promos and stuff like that. It is a zoom lens, so it does not have a fixed zoom on it. This one is 18 to 55mm. One fun thing that I kind of keep in my camera bag are glass prisms. I put them in front of my lens. They normally only work in front of the prime lenses because they are a fixed zoom, whereas the kit lens, it's a little bit too wide of an angle. I normally keep about 2 to 3 SD cards in my camera bag at all times, and at least one of them completely cleared off because I shoot in RAW, which everybody should do. One, saves your photos if they're really dark, and two, they're just higher quality and it's lovely. At least 16 gigs each. That's just my preference because they fill up really, really fast if you're shooting in RAW. And then I keep an extra battery in my bag at all times as well, because if you're like me, you overshoot or you just constantly have your camera on because you want to get everything. That's about it. I don't really know what else to say. I hope this was kind of helpful in knowing what you might want to get for your camera, or possibly just, you know, wanting to know what each thing is. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Check out my other stuff and yeah, bye.